News Bulletin. Latest updates on Hurricane Erin. Good evening, and welcome to this special news report. Today, we bring you the latest updates on Tropical Cyclone Erin, which is currently active over the Atlantic Ocean. Though its center remains offshore, the storm is already having a significant impact on the U.S. East Coast, Bermuda, and surrounding regions. Erin is one of the largest and most complex storms in this year's hurricane season, and it requires close monitoring. Over the past 24 hours, Erin has rapidly regained strength. After weakening earlier due to upper-level wind shear, the storm has reorganized and intensified back into a strong Category 2 hurricane, just shy of Category 3 status. With sustained winds of about 110 miles per hour, or roughly 175 kilometers per hour, Erin is showing remarkable resilience. Meteorologists say that by tonight, Erin could strengthen further and officially become a Category 3 hurricane, a classification associated with potentially severe damage if the storm were to approach land. Satellite imagery and radar data show a clearly defined eye, with symmetrical, well-organized convection surrounding the storm's core. This indicates that Erin is now structurally robust, having fully recovered from earlier disruptions. Experts note that the storm's eye has become sharply visible, and the circulation is strong across all quadrants, classic signs of a powerful, well-structured system. What makes Erin particularly concerning is its sheer size. The storm stretches more than 800 miles from north to south and over 700 miles from east to west, an immense footprint across the Atlantic. Fortunately, the storm's center remains offshore, sparing coastal communities from a direct strike. However, its enormous size means widespread indirect impacts are unavoidable. The U.S. National Hurricane Center has issued tropical storm warnings for parts of coastal North Carolina, including Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds, as well as areas of Virginia. Bermuda, though much farther away, has been placed under a tropical storm watch. Currently, hurricane-force winds extend about 40 to 50 miles from the center, while tropical storm-force winds stretch outward up to 250 miles, hundreds of kilometers across open ocean. Outer rain bands have already reached the North Carolina coast. Communities along the Outer Banks are now facing waves between 10 and 20 feet, or roughly 3 to 6 meters. These powerful breakers, combined with high tide, are expected to bring dangerous flooding, erosion, and disruption to daily life. Towns such as Duck and Kitty Hawk are particularly at risk from water inundation and storm surge. Forecast models suggest Erin will likely remain offshore, following what meteorologists are calling a Goldilocks track, close enough to cause significant impacts, yet far enough to avoid a direct landfall. The storm is expected to track between North Carolina and Bermuda, intensifying further into a Category 3 hurricane overnight. Despite staying offshore, surface wind projections indicate that the North Carolina coastline will experience sustained tropical storm-force winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, with gusts reaching 60 miles per hour or higher. Outer Banks communities, including Kitty Hawk and Duck, are expected to bear the brunt of these winds, which are strong enough to damage weak structures, knock down tree branches, and cause localized power outages. For Bermuda, forecasts show the storm's center passing about 400 miles away, far enough to avoid the worst but still close enough to warrant caution. The island remains under a tropical storm watch, and residents are advised to avoid marine activities and prepare for occasional heavy rain. Meanwhile, the entire eastern seaboard, from the Carolinas all the way up to New England, should brace for dangerous surf and hazardous marine conditions. Perhaps the most immediate threat is from rough seas and coastal flooding. Dangerous surf and elevated water levels are expected to impact much of the Atlantic coastline, extending northward to New England. Rainfall amounts between 4 and 6 inches, with localized totals higher, are possible in some regions. Fortunately, the storm's heaviest rain bands are projected to remain offshore, limiting the risk of widespread inland flooding. Elsewhere in the Caribbean, the storm's outer influence is also being felt. Live camera feeds from the Bahamas, Jamaica, and other islands have shown squalls, heavy showers, and rough seas. Although these areas are not in the direct path of Erin, the storm's wide circulation continues to spread unstable weather across the region. At the same time, meteorologists are closely watching two additional tropical disturbances in the Atlantic basin. One system may impact the Leeward Islands later this week, while another, designated Invest 99L, currently shows weaker development potential but still requires monitoring in the coming days. Taken together, these developments underscore that the Atlantic hurricane season is now in a very active phase, with multiple systems requiring attention. As for Erin, even though a direct U.S. landfall is unlikely, the storm's indirect impacts are already clear and potentially dangerous. Residents along the East Coast, especially in North Carolina, Virginia, Bermuda, and up through New England, are urged to stay alert, follow official forecasts, and take necessary safety precautions, avoid coastal waters, secure property, and prepare supplies in case of power disruptions. In the coming days, we will continue to provide the latest updates on Hurricane Erin and other tropical systems forming across the Atlantic. Staying informed and prepared is key to minimizing risk during this active storm season. Thank you for joining us for this special report.